I spent 5 days in Da Nang, and it was a chance to get away from Singapore and to take a break from work. I also wanted to see how life would be like here. You see, I have plans to work overseas for a few months or even longer, and Da Nang is on my list of places to consider. It checks a lot of things off the place one would want to spend time and even consider retiring in. The cost of living is low and the pace of life is very relaxing. The food is excellent and cheap. These oysters, by the way, 50 cents each. And the sliders, the best beef patties I've ever eaten in my entire life. And they were really affordable and doesn't hurt my wallet at all. And I say this as someone who's really frugal and very reluctant to spend on fine dining in Singapore. The beaches are clean and peaceful, and you can just grab a bench chair and coconut drink to spend your afternoons. And I think I could really get used to this semi-retired lifestyle. But if you thought that Da Nang afternoons were relaxing, their evenings are even more chill. And as the sun goes down, the lights of the beach turn on. And it's time for cocktails. And as usual, one can get a good and affordable massage at practically any hour of the day here. And yes, we went to yet another massage place for our daily massage. If you're here, be sure to try their seafood. Fresh, and need I state the obvious, cheaper than in Singapore. I already had vague plans to live overseas for a period of time and even retire in the country aside from Singapore. And after coming to Da Nang with its really chill vibe and low cost of living, I'm even more inspired to live in a place like this, at least for a while. I even went to look at apartments. A small one-bedder like this goes for around 300 Singapore dollars each month, and a more spacious two-bedder goes for about $500. I'm sure there are more gems to be found, and this was the only building I went to, but even then this seemed okay. It was affordable, livable, and it was close to the beach. It even had a rooftop pool. Last night we went to an Airbnb and checked out the view from our room. Da Nang seems like a great place for people who can work remotely. There are coffee shops everywhere with coconut coffee and Wi-Fi. Oh, how I miss the coconut coffee. Please tell me somewhere I can get something similar in Singapore. And these coffee shops are really nice. There are the modern looking ones, and then there are rustic ones like this. Great place for cafe hoppers. Groceries, as far as I can tell, are cheaper than in Singapore since Vietnam probably produces a lot of its own food. Obviously, alcohol is way cheaper over here. And as I've mentioned several times before already, cost of living is very low here, so I don't think the average Singaporean will struggle too hard to make ends meet here. And if you shop at their night markets, you can find cheap accessories as well as clothing, things like that. You won't really find mega malls here, but night markets offer cheap alternatives. food delivery services were also very cheap. The food itself was cheap, and the fees for delivery was like $1 or so, and there were a lot of promo codes that cut these fees to zero. So you can just stay at home and have someone deliver a hot piping bowl of pho to your place at a very cheap price. You can also eat out, of course, and as I mentioned earlier, food is really cheap, and street food is even cheaper. You can get a bowl of noodles for like $2 easily. And if you're feeling fancier, there are restaurants that will cater to your budget. Fancier dining places like that are comparable in price to Singapore restaurants. If I do take off my rose-tinted tourist glasses for a minute, I do have to say that Da Nang can get a little boring after a while. After all, there's only so much beach and massage one can enjoy before it gets a bit tiresome. I can safely say that it might not be the most ideal of places to retire, personally speaking, but I would certainly want to take at least a month or two to work and live here. I think it's a great place to get a taste of living overseas, try out this whole digital nomad thing, and then move on to other countries from here. Upon reaching Singapore, I could already feel a little burnt out. Don't get me wrong, I really love my country, but I think living this rat race environment every once in a while is pretty good for the mind. And given the number of massages I've had, great for my poor, aching back too. Do you have plans to live in another country, even retire there? Let me know in the comments. Also, do tell me what's your ideal country to live abroad for a while, and I might just try it out. If you like my content, do drop me a like, and please follow my Telegram for more content and great news. And I'll see you next video. Come on.